Your Storm Team 12 to the point forecast, powered by Titan Radar.
Another chilly start to our evening. It's going to get another cool morning up ahead for your day on Sunday. Temperatures right now are pretty much in the 40s, lower 40s in the higher elevations, 49 here in the scenic city of Chattanooga. For your forecast on Sunday, frost advisors, that cool start at 36 degrees, but we're going to warm up nicely into the lower 70s.
Live in HD. WDEF News 12 at 11 starts now. Now, your Storm Team 12 forecast with meteorologist Stephen Dreyer.
Well, it was another beautiful day here in the scenic city, Tennessee, River Valley. Temperatures were into the upper 60s, and tomorrow we're expecting more of the same, but we're going to turn up the notch just a few more degrees. Right now, outside your windows and doors, temperatures are cooled off into the 40s. 40 in Dunlap, 48 here in Chattanooga, 42 in Trenton. Temperatures are going to continue to drop throughout the overnight hours, and we're expecting the possibility of some frost and freeze advisories, and they are in effect. So into Sunday morning, sunny and warm throughout the rest of the week through Wednesday. We do have a chance of rain coming up on Thursday and Friday. Let's take a look at those watches and warnings right now. These blue shaded sections right here are representing the freeze advisories, which temperatures will go below 32 degrees for several hours, so bring in your any kind of tender vegetation. Anywhere you see this yellow outline right here, these counties represented in the frost advisory. These go into effect from 2 a.m. until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. The only saving grace is that we have a cloud cover coming in from the west, and if these clouds hold together, it's actually going to keep the temperatures up a few degrees. So anybody who has a frost advisory, it would be good to get these clouds in here, like I said, to keep the temperatures a little warmer than they're forecasted to be. And as we expand the view, some dangerous showers of storms, tornado warnings, and severe thunderstorm warnings associated with this patch of energy is going to stay well to our south, and we're just going to get this blanket of cloud cover right here that's going to skirt across the northern part of the area, southern Tennessee, right along the borders of Alabama, Mississippi, and Georgia. So we're not expecting any precipitation. As we look at Titan 12 radar, basically we're high and dry anywhere like a 5-state radius. There is no rain or precipitation expected to be in our forecast released the next several days. Waking up tomorrow morning, it's going to be chilly. A few fair weather clouds, temperatures roughly 32 at Tracy City, 35 in Dayton, mid-30s in the valley, lower 30s in higher elevations, 32 in Murphy, 35 in Dalton, and 35 in Cleveland as well as Athens. It's going to be a great day tomorrow, warming up nicely, just a few fair weather clouds. So I would just maybe take out the hat or sunglasses. 73 in Chattanooga, 60 up in Mount Eagle, 70 in Dunlap, and expecting a beautiful day if you're on I-59. Catch out some fall foliage with the frost out there we had last night and this morning. Some of the effects are going to be accelerated. Warming up nicely to the lower 70s tomorrow afternoon and getting a little warmer as the week begins to progress. Futurecast, look at no clouds to speak of. Like I said, the rain is going to stay well off to our south, and once the small disturbance moves on by, we're going to have lots of clear skies over the next several days as high pressure begins to move into our region. As we take a look at Supercast, we put the clock into motion, moving on off to the east. A clockwise rotation brings some warm air ahead of the next frontal system, which is going to come on by roughly around Thursday, late Thursday afternoon into early Friday. We expect some of these showers and storms, and once these move on by, high pressure is going to come back into our region and provide us a spectacular weekend. As we look at the 7-day forecast, we can see overall temperatures, actually we'll get to that graphic in just a moment, overall temperatures are going to be pretty darn good over the next several days. We can see temperatures will be basically warming up into the upper 70s to lower 80s, and with the upper 70s overall, and we're expecting them to be basically all the way through on Thursday as we begin to look at possibly a cool down coming up on Friday with the chance of showers. And then basically that's your forecast, but cold start to your morning.
Now, your Storm Team 12 forecast with meteorologist Stephen Dreyer.
Wow, temperatures right now are pretty comfortable in the 30s and lower 40s across the region. Check out Murphy already 31 degrees, Mount Eagle 36. Another cool night in Starwood. Freeze warnings are in effect. Weather headlines, like I said, we do got that freeze warning where temperatures are going to drop below 32 degrees for several hours. It starts around 2 o'clock tomorrow morning all the way up until 10 a.m. So if you have any light outdoor vegetation, hey, bring in your pumpkins. You don't want to get that ruined just before Halloween. We do have a string of nice days. The next chance of rain comes up on Thursday night. Where are these warnings? Anything you see a county shaded in blue, that's where we have a freeze warning effect. So all these counties over here, nothing issued over here in the Carolinas. They already had their first freeze of the season, so they're not going to be issued any more freeze warnings in the immediate future. They're already well below 32 degrees, such as Murphy, down to 31 degrees right now. Satellite radar, what's going to keep the temperatures from going down? Practically nothing. We got clear skies, calm winds, Perfect conditions for radiational cooling, and we don't have any clouds in the immediate vicinity except way up here, and this is ahead of our next storm system. But right now, high pressure is dominating our region. The storm system we had actually is way up here in New England. Satellite radar with a few showers well off to our north and east. We can see just over Virginia's and Carolinas some mixed precipitation. And if we do take a live look into New England, this is what's happening. All the snow, record amounts of snow. Actually, where I went to college over here in Connecticut, over a foot of snow already. Can you believe it? And it's only October 29th. Let's take a look at a live feed. Thank you to CNN from this feed in New York City, taking a look at Central Park. If you can see a few light snowflakes, if you notice the cars going by, nothing is actually sticking to the pavement. It's just too warm right now. It's absolutely amazing that it's snowing in New York City on October 29th. Who would think? Temperatures during the overnight hours, 32 degrees here in Chattanooga, 29 in Tracy City, 30 in day. And temperatures are pretty much going to be rather chilly. 29 in Murphy, like I said, down 31, 33 in Dalton, 32 in Cleveland. Clear skies, lots of sunshine for the day on Sunday, starting out tomorrow afternoon. Upper 50s, lower 60s, 57 in Dunlap, 63 in Chattanooga. Another great day setting up. However, like I said, we're going to have that really cold start tomorrow morning. And futurecast, like I said, forecasting 32 degrees. Lower 60s tomorrow afternoon, expecting a fantastic day. Let's put the clock into motion, kick up the climb, and see what our computers are forecasting. A few fair weather clouds will come through the area later on tonight, especially during the daytime hours on Monday. Some filtered sunshine, not too bad. Any precipitations will stay well off to the south and east before we head next weather maker coming up on Thursday. As we put supercast in motion, high pressure dominating our region is slowly going to move off to the south and east ahead of our next front, which is right up here in the Midwest, and this slowly is going to come on down. Just some scattered showers and storms possibly coming up on Thursday, and then once it moves on by, Canadian high pressure will begin to filter on in, and that's going to set up another fantastic weekend. And next Saturday night, let's keep this in mind, the clocks go back, spring ahead, fall back. 7 days forecast, take a look at these temperatures, Shelby, over the next several days, warming up into the lower to mid 60s, upper 60s on Wednesday before we have that frontal system. Not much cold air behind it. We're going to rebound nicely for Friday and Saturday, but tomorrow morning when you are waking up, it is going to be very cold, so you might need the extra blanket. But if you have any pumpkins, bring them indoors now before it's too late. Back to you.
Thank you, Stephen.
Now, your Storm Team 12 forecast with meteorologist Stephen Dreyer.
Taking a look at the highways at this late evening hour, we can see the roads are dry and clouds and traffic are moving smoothly. However, these road conditions are going to be changing in about 48 hours from now as they actually be getting kind of wet out there. Temperatures right now are pretty comfortable this time of hour. 52 in Mount Eagle as well as Chattanooga. Already 41 in Murphy, expecting them to get down into the low to mid 30s once again. Upper 40s throughout the rest of the region, Ducktown and LJ, and 52 in Dalton. So another great day in store tomorrow. Sunday be dry, and it's going to be windy. Wind advisories are well off to our west and central Tennessee. Over here in the scenic city of Chattanooga as well as points east, it's going to get gusty around 25 miles per hour. Rain coming in Monday afternoon into Tuesday, and once we get past Tuesday, it's going to be a beautiful week. Satellite radar shows just a few clouds overhead, and this is actually going to keep our temperatures from dropping too much. This is actually false echoes right here on the radar. No precipitation is falling whatsoever right now as we expand the view. Lots of cloud cover, hundreds of miles in all directions we see clouds. We have a break in the action over here in Arkansas and eastern Oklahoma. That's also going to scoot it out during the overnight hours, and we're going to get some breaks of sunshine definitely for tomorrow's overnight lows when you're waking up tomorrow morning in the upper 30s, 40 in Chattanooga, Tracy City 38 degrees. Like it's clouds that will be in and out throughout the evening, pretty much mid to high level clouds. So you might see a filter moonlight, 39 in Athens, 37 in Murphy. Actually might get a little colder in Murphy during the overnight hours if they can actually get some clearer skies. 65 tomorrow in Dalton afternoon, 68 here in the scenic city, 64 in Mount Eagle, and in Dunlap 65. So overall, expecting a great day. We might see some more clouds and sun, but however, the daytime is going to be dry. As Futurecast, we put the clock into motion, we can see pretty much clear skies and more clouds moving in during the daytime hours on Sunday. They're definitely going to begin to thicken up on Monday as more clouds and precipitation associated with our next frontal system is going to slowly work on by, and primarily any rain will be held off till Monday afternoon until late evening, especially on Tuesday as we have a lot of moisture associated with an upper level system. As high pressure moves off to the east coast, that's going to scoot on out to sea as our next Canadian high pressure from the upper plains will slowly sink on down and provide some much cooler air on Wednesday. But as this high pressure begins to move off to the south and east, we're going to get the return flow of mild conditions. The permanent warm air will stay well off to our west, but it's actually going to be pretty nice and comfortable here in the scenic city. Forecast for tonight is actually not too bad. Partly cloudy, not as cool. Winds out of the south are pretty much light, 37 to 43. Tomorrow for Sunday, mixture of sun and clouds. It's actually not going to be too bad. As we can see, the winds southwest from 10 to 15, gusts into 25. The farther west you go, the windier it's going to get. Gusts to 35 or 40 as they're heading up towards Nashville. So any high-profile vehicles will definitely be a little windy, especially on the higher elevations. It'll be much windier. Tomorrow night, clouds will be on the increase, mild, lows around the 50 degrees. And for the next 7 days, Shelby, not too bad of a forecast. We have a little bit of rain overall coming up on Monday and Tuesday. 73 be a daytime high, but then we nosedive into the 50s before we slowly rebound into the 60s towards the end of the week. So not too bad. Just got to get through Monday and Tuesday. Of course, my days off.
Not your typical winter weather, but it's going to be colder than last week.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Stephen.
Now, your Storm Team 12 forecast with meteorologist Stephen Dreyer.
As we take a live look out to the west, we see some clouds coming into the area, expecting some of those showers developing in a couple hours. We take a look at some weather headlines right now. We have showers ending around 6 o'clock. We might have a little bit of drizzle after that, but most of the heavy stuff will be out of the area. Setting up for a beautiful weekend, of course. Almighty clocks go back, spring ahead, fall back, and so we'll definitely enjoy the extra hour of sleep in the area. Temperatures right now, upper 50s, lower 60s. 61 up in Cleveland, 59 in Ducktown. A little cool up in Murphy, 56. A little warmer down in Calhoun, 61 degrees. So not too bad temperature-wise. However, we got this large amount of moisture, and it's moving off rather quickly off to the east-northeast at 35 miles per hour. Most of the heavy stuff is well east of Nashville and heading up towards Knoxville on 24, eventually crossing the I-75 corridor a little later on this afternoon. But we're going to get some of this heavy rain over here in about another hour or two. And being that's moving southwest to northeast, not much of an easterly component, so we're going to get stuck with some heavy rain for a few hours later on this afternoon. And like I said, it should be gone by 6 o'clock, so the Hamilton parade might be a little wet at the beginning, as 54 degrees with some leftover drizzle and showers. A little cooler towards the midnight hour, and waking up tomorrow morning at 43 degrees at 7 o'clock. So a fantastic start to your Friday and the weekend. We just got to deal with this blob of moisture right here, which is associated with a cold front, which is still way back here, and all this is pushing, like I said, well, pretty quickly around 35 miles to the hour to the east-northeast. It's all associated with this upper-level storm system. Now, this low pressure, even though the cold front's right around here, the cold front's going to move east, but the low pressure itself is actually going to move east-southeast, and it's going to cause some windy conditions over the next several days as futurecasters put the clock into motion. Not much cloud cover, so once the storm moves on out of the area, a few clouds ahead of the next system on Sunday. Lots of clear skies in store for the weekend, so it's going to be actually really nice. Let's take a look at Supercast as we put the clock into motion a little further. Starting at Sunday morning at 10 o'clock, high pressure off to our east. That's slowly going to move off to the east and southeast, and it's going to be our dominant weather feature over the next several days until this storm system right here, which is winding up. And the storm system that's affecting us now dropped almost 2 feet of snow in Colorado. So and the storm system we had last weekend dumped records amount of snowfall into New England. They're not going to get any snowfall at all this weekend upcoming due to the impending storm. It's too warm, but high pressure off the coast is definitely going to provide some much needed warm air. A little unseasonably warm as we take a look at Storm Team 12 7-day forecast. Don't forget, Saturday night, there's that clock. Make sure you do set it on back. Check out those temperatures in the early part of next week. Upper 60s towards the weekend. Overnight lows are actually not going to be too bad, but 71 on Monday, 73 on Tuesday. We do have a chance of rain coming up on Wednesday with our next storm system. But overall, Nordia, it's going to be a beautiful weekend, so get out and enjoy it. We might call a little hint of Indian summer.
Oh, I like that.
It's going to be a fantastic weekend.
All right. Thank you, Stephen.
It's Friday night. That means it's time for some football. Tonight, Eastridge heads to Hickson for a big matchup. And that's where both Nick Bonsanto and Stephen Dreyer are joining us live. They've got the Friday night tailgate. We're going to begin tonight with Nick. Hey, Nick, I hear you're ready to shake your pom-poms.
Oh, I'm going to shake something. If I were you, be careful. Your TV may move. But I was out here. I was looking for Patrick, and I don't know. Who are you? I mean, you're not who I expected.
Well, I'm Steve. We all know that. Hi, guys. How you doing out there? And make sure everybody puts their DVR, and make sure you put this on YouTube later tonight for America's Funniest Home Videos. Something like that. It might cost them $10,000 or something like that.
What exactly are you insinuating?
Well, we'll find out if you can shake your bonbon or your pom-pom in just a few minutes.
Oh, let's find out. We're here Friday night tailgate tour, Tennessee Valley Federal Credit Union. So let's start over here.
Welcome back to Hickson High School. Steve Dreyer here on Tailgate Friday Night Football. Ladies, how are we doing tonight?
Good.
I'm over here with the captains Alex and Madison. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing great.
Now I have a couple of questions to ask you, like who's going to win tonight, obviously?
Hickson. Wildcats, of course.
All right. Now, being that next week is fall break, what are you girls going to be doing?
Sleeping and then coming back to cheer again.
Practice mostly.
How about you girls over here?
Sleeping and eating.
Now, I have a tough question to ask, and this is really important. What is the square root of pi to the hypotenuse?
What?
It's fall break.
Yeah, for real.
Why can't you? No, no. Come on. Now, come on, girls. What's the answer over here?
Go Cats.
All right. Let's get these Wildcats and some cheering. Take it away, girls.
Let's go black and gold.
Let's go black, let's go gold, let's go black and gold. Let's go black, let's go gold, let's go black and gold. Let's go black, let's go gold, let's go black and gold. Let's go Wildcats!
Awesome job, girls. Thank you so very much. So we have a great night here for weather, Friday night football. Beautiful weather, blue skies, a little bit of wind out there. Elizabeth, what's our forecast for tonight?
Much of the same, Stephen, really. We've had